drinks and the locked doors from the pharmacy. A physicist asks, why don't we remember the future? That's a good question to put in our trajectory. Well, I remember a great poet of Brazil, Jorge de Lima, and he wrote again under the an enchanted night of the lamp that expires slowly. On the living room wall, the boy lays his forehead and dreams within the quiet night of the lights blow off, with the world wonderful that he looked out of nowhere. This is a very special miniature of the impossible boy from Jorge de Lima, as we know in Portuguese. This no place, new world miniaturized, and the capacity of poetical strength, so accurate, deep, and sensitive, or even using the verses of Carlos Drummond de Andrade, our giant poet, we can quote such great capacity. And he said, and I didn't know my story was prettier than Robinson Crusoe's. I'd like to take an example from the verses of Manuel de Barros, another Robinson Crusoe of our childhood, whose poetry did not forget to deal with a special human quality from within, modifying his language from inside in a literal and bright synthesis as we can hear. At this beginning was the verb. Only later did the delirium of the verb come. The delirium of the verb was at the beginning. There where the child says, I hear the color of light birds hum their day again. The child, not bulbul, but the bird. The child does not know that the verb to listen does not work for color, but for sound. So if the child changes the function of a verb, he raves. And then in poetry, that is the voice of a poet, which is the voice of making birth. The verb must catch delirium. And perhaps to finish, as we began with the presence of Iqbal, I didn't quote Iqbal, but yes, you know all the time Iqbal is for me a capacity of love and capacity of dialogue and the brightness of a very beautiful language and poet. I remember perhaps another one in Brazil to finish with the presence of Casimiro de Abreu, the young romantic Brazilian poet, died with 20 years old. The metaphor of freedom and butterflies, like Hamdardi again. All the time Hamdardi I'm quoting. Our time to give children is a very large sense under the culture of peace and respect, especially the sense of utopia. Bare feet, bare arms, running through the meadows, the wheel of waterfalls, behind the light wings of the few butterflies. As you can see, my dear President, my dear friend, and almost a hero, Yusuf Khush, and Dr. Fahmi Chaudhry, I want to say thank you very much for this magnificent capacity of dialogue and talking from different parts of the world to participate and discuss the most important thing of our present life, the future, the capacity of future, the desire of dialogue, and of course, the role of children in literature and the image of children in literature. Thank you so much again. And thank you for the beautiful meeting.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much and for your beautiful presentation. Now I would like to inform our respectable presenters from all over the world that I think 5 to 7 minutes time would be enough because we have got so many people, sessions and a lot of presenters. So 5 to 7 minutes would be enough. You can cut down your papers. I'm sorry for that, but that was a requirement of the time. So now I would like to invite Dr. Hans Werner Ressler. मैं इनके लिए उर्दू में इसलिए नाम स्विच करूँगी क्योंकि मार्को भी जो है उन्होंने मुझे बड़ा प्यारा मैसेज सुबह उर्दू में किया लिख के अभी वो चीट करते हैं कि मुझे उर्दू नहीं So Dr. Hans Werner Ressler जर्मनी से इनका ताल्लुक है.
You will be surprised that Marco knows 17 languages.
I know that's why. That's why. Now ये इन्होंने जो जर्मनी से इनका ताल्लुक है और स्विट्जरलैंड के शहर से इन्होंने तालीम हासिल की हुई है यूनिवर्सिटियों से, और ये भी पता नहीं कितनी ज़ुबानें जानते हैं बहुत सारा. इनका ख़ास तौर पे इंडिया में जो दिल्लत लिटरेचर है उस पर इनका बड़ा ख़ास काम है, जो कि मेरा ख्याल दुनिया में बहुत कम लोगों ने शुरू किया होगा. उसके हाँ, काइंडली डॉक्टर साहब अपनी वीडियो ऑन कर लीजिए. डॉक्टर हेंस, काइंडली स्विच ऑन योर वीडियो. और इन्होंने इनको डिजिटल इन्होंने लिटरेचर के हवाले से भी काफ़ी इन्होंने वीडियोस और ऑडियोस वगैरह पे काम कर रहे हैं. बहुत डिफरेंट काम कर रहे हैं, गली गली घूमते हैं, मुल्क मुल्क घूमते हैं. और जब आप इनको देखेंगे तो बिल्कुल ये आपको उर्दू बोलते हुए शलवार कमीज़ में बिल्कुल लगता है हमारे KPK की कोई पठान है. So, Dr. Hens, welcome to this session, and please, we are eager to listen to your presentation, your paper. Is he around? हालांकि पहले लोगों को
I think he's offline. मैं check कर रही हूँ.
नहीं वो है तो सही बोलो. चलें शेख साहब से कर सकते हैं.
His camera is off.
अच्छा चलिए, मीनवाइल हमारे साथ डॉक्टर हसन मौजूद हैं जो कि प्रोफेसर हैं इंग्लिश के, और शाह अब्दुल लतीफ़ भंडारी यूनिवर्सिटी से इनका ताल्लुक है, और ऑथर हैं, पोइट हैं, और बहुत कुछ है. मेरी इनसे पहली मुलाकात है इसलिए मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोलूँगी, गलत ना बोल जाऊँ. तो बहरहाल ही इज़ अमंग अस एंड आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्रेजेंट हिज पेपर.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much, Bairoon. I'm just delighted. I'm a student of literature. First of all, I would like to extend my deepest congratulations to Emeritus Professor Dr. Yusuf Saab as Chairman, Pakistan Academy of Letters, for holding this wonderful event in the history of Pakistan. This has marked the unprecedented development on children's literature in Pakistan. With the kind permission of Mumalik Saab, Bachon Saab, I would humbly present two sections, abstract and recommendations, because it will not take much time. The topic of my presentation is William Blake's Songs of Innocence and Manifestation of Children's People. Children have done great blessings for entire humanity. Children are not only innocent souls but also bring about joyous moods wherever they ensure a lovely presence. Their angelic appearances have drawn attention of writers and poets globally to author poems on children's innocence, love and fun activities. There is a long list of children's poets in the world, but renowned among them are John Newbery, Charles Wilton, Naomi Sharp Noy, Edward Lear, Jacqueline Woodson, Wordsworth and William Blake. William Blake, an effective voice of English poetry, in his masterpiece Songs of Innocence, has illustrated glorification of children by depicting their freedom, jubilance, amusement, shouts at play, and sense of security. Apart from children's joys and freedom, he also portrays their pains, restrictions, and sufferings in his poetic work Songs of Experience, published in 1794. The present study discusses how pleasantly and meaningfully William Blake has described freedom, excessive joys, and their impact on the character of children. This study is built on qualitative research and interpretive method has been taken to explore it. Findings reveal that poems printed in Songs of Innocence outline that the poet is optimistic to the core. He uses different symbols to convey his exceptional poetic thought and always feels the presence of God. The songs also depict children's deep innocence, liveliness and joviality and help their all-round development. Besides, it is discovered that the state of childhood is exceptionally productive, morally excellent and excitingly great state. It is hoped that this study will open new ways for academicians on this subject. my paper is too long, but I go to the section of recommendations because there are other speakers too. As far as recommendations are concerned, children's local, national and international conference should be held every year to attract interest of children to promote children's literature. Our project of translation of international poems, short stories, novels and dramas should be learned in regional languages so that children from Pakistan could understand and enjoy global trends and movements of world literature. Moreover, regular seminars, workshops and events should be arranged in different schools and institutions to provide creative opportunities to children. They should be encouraged to record their observations and experience in different literary genres. Furthermore, writing competitions should be held and the winners would be awarded prizes, shields and certificates along with financial incentives. Apart from the above recommendations, our YouTube channel should be immediately launched to broadcast specific programs for children in regional language. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hassan, for a brief account. लेकिन अगर ये उर्दू में होता तो ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता। क्योंकि अभी पिछले दिनों वो आए थे ना ब्राज़ीलियन और ये, तो हमें बड़ा अजीब लग रहा था कि वो उर्दू में प्रेजेंट कर रहे
Madam, basically this is an international conference, so we have to talk about different languages online. There are internet speakers.
That is तो अभी हम